Spring is upon us, so why not do a little spring cleaning? But your working space isn't the only thing that could be cleaned. What about your CRM? Well, today we'll give you 5 tips on how to give your sugar system a spruce up. Let's go. It's said that a clean desk makes for a clean mind. But when you're working on a software system all day, that deserves equal attention. Staring at reports all day sounds laborious, but it doesn't need to be. In fact, the experience can make your day fly if you're mindful of how you present it. Which is why today we've got 5 ways that you can make your CRM neat and tidy. We'll be showing you how to do this with the SugarCRM suite, but many of the tips can also apply to almost any CRM. And stay tuned to the end for a little bonus tip too. Let's get started. This first one might seem like an obvious thing to do, but when you're trying to prioritize work, it often gets put on the back burner. But then when you come to view your data, it's clear that it's becoming unwieldy and difficult to manage. Number 1 is performing an audit of your system data. Blocking out some time to do a complete audit of your data not only gives you clarity on where you stand with your business and highlights business process needs, but it will also help with the other tips here too. Completing an audit provides peace of mind should you need to export data, for example if the government is auditing you or you need to respond to a subject access request. You'll have clean, accurate data for all of your clients on your CRM system, ready to move forward. And doing this once every year or two will keep your data management in top shape. Utilize the Sugar Audit log here to get the best information on any changes made that affect your workflow. The Sugar Audit log shows you what changes were made by whom and when, and can be defined by your system administrators as to which fields are or aren't audited. This brings opportunities for training too if some processes aren't being fully followed. Complex systems like CRMs are normally configured on a basis of priority for you to complete work. This breaks down to knowing what you need in order to complete tasks, what you want to see added that can implement an obvious improvement to your workflow, and the nice to have features that could make your life easier but aren't essential. Number 2 is about this idea of keeping only what you need until you are using it fully, by streamlining your fields and modules across your account. By showing only the fields and modules that you need to see in your CRM, your team will know exactly what they should be inputting every time they perform data entry. You don't even need to remove them, especially if it's something that's part of the want or nice to have category. Simply hide it from visibility, either across the account or on a user level so that only those that need to see them will see them. You can adjust this in Sugar by going into the studio. In the modules and fields options, you can choose to hide those that you know are not needed. Alternatively, you can ask your administrator to remove them for you. And if you're not sure what to hide, analyze and check with your team on what data they input and keep the essential fields. Or use the information from the data audit if you completed tip 1 to make a data-driven decision here. When you apply layers that make your workflows complex, it makes sense to automate where you can so that others aren't overwhelmed by it. This is especially important when keeping your data clean and tidy for roles that actively engage more, such as sales or help desk teams. That's why number 3 is Smart Guides, the tool that guides team members through their work. Smart Guides adds a preset number of tasks for a user to do for a given process, such as logging and following through with a lead. This then guides them through what to include and where within a Sugar record. It includes dependencies or milestones too, meaning that a task or stage can only be completed when its prerequisite tasks have been completed. You can add these in the Smart Guides module, which can be activated in the studio. Once there, you can implement guides on a per module basis to keep tasks relevant to the work you want to automate a flow for. We've got a video in the works with a deeper dive into Smart Guides, so if you'd like to see that, subscribe or follow this page so you don't miss it. Following a similar theme to tip 2 here, if you're currently navigating through templates and wondering what half of them are, it's probably a sign that they need a cleanup. So number 4 is removing excess documents and templates that you no longer use. Whether it's because you've updated your branding, changed some legal requirements, or just simply improved the wording, documentation changes all the time. But don't add to the number of templates, replace them instead. This means you can work with the features like doc merge to create bespoke documents that continue to be relevant. Your team will have a much easier time of picking the right template when they have just the clear and essential choices. And it means less clutter amongst your Sugar record. In the Documents module, first check that all the templates here are relevant and used by your team. Then, inside the document record, hit Browse and find the new template for any that need changing. Do this for each one and you'll have a sparkling library of useful templates in no time. And number 5, and arguably the most important one, dashboards with the correct filters made for you. Every day that you open up your system for the first time, you will see the same screen every time. And the best way to keep a clear mind is to know exactly where you stand each morning. This is why creating a home dashboard with the details that you need to start your day is a great way to feel good first thing. Press the 3 dots next to the home icon and then press Create Dashboard, or use the burger icon in the bottom right on the home dashboard screen, and then select Create Dashboard. Give it a name and then you can add reports and information you want on it with the burger icon and then selecting Add Dashlets. Once set, head back to your home page and press the 3 dots next to the home icon again. But this time, you'll see your dashboards underneath Manage Dashboards. Click on the dashboard you want to see and the home page will now present your dashboard every time you go to your Sugar's homepage. You can even switch the one it shows you each time by clicking on another in the same options. And that's our 5 tips, but while it's easy to think that completing all of these straight onto your system data is the best way to go, the best practice is to actually play it safe. And the way to do that is with our bonus tip, which is to use a Sandbox version of your CRM. A sandbox, as it implies, is a safe play area that gives you the freedom to do almost anything you want to it, with the added benefit that it won't affect your main data. It's an environment separate from all of your live information. Ask your system administrator or hosting provider to set you up with a sandbox for your CRM, and then perform all of the tips discussed in this video so that your team can continue working on your live data. Any changes can then be merged into your live system at a later date. We hope that this gives you what you need to spring clean your CRM. And if you want to see the best practices for viewing your now clean data in Sugar, as well as some other tips, this video up here goes through a ton of hidden features, including seeing your Sugar information in a Kanban chart. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.